market. The first one is Robo Defense Free, which is what I'll be using. And there is, oops, I think I accidentally missed it. And there's also Robo Defense, the full version, which is available for $3.99. This is a very fun game to play. It's your standard tower defense game. There isn't a whole lot to it. First off, like I said, here's the home screen for the free version. You might notice that there are achievements as well as reward points. Reward points are basically given to you when you defeat an enemy, complete a level, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And view achievements, there's just a couple of different things. It's kind of similar to Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, trophies and achievements respectively. But it's just, you know, beat the level with this, beat the level with that, blah blah blah. So let's get into the actual game. Let's go ahead and discard. I'm not gonna really try my best. I just really want to show you you guys how the game works. So for the free version, you can select your difficulty. I'm going to start with 0 just so we can kind of see the... Actually, let's go with 1 so we can see how this game works. I'm not very good at it, but figured I'd show you anyway. So far, you can only do the basic level for the free version, so let's start game. Alright, so here's how it works. Like I said, your standard tower defense game. We've all played these types before. Here's a little just small set of instructions. Prevent enemies from crossing the screen. Drag new towers from these buttons down here. Tap a tower to upgrade it. Drag your finger to scroll the area. So let's go ahead and scroll around. We'll put a turret here as well as here. So let's pause it for a second. You see up here you have your bonus and your score. The bonus is like consecutive hits depending on, you know, what you've been doing at the time. Score just tells you how many points you've accumulated over this round. Over here in the top right corner you can see the 15. That's how much money we have. We use those to buy new towers as well as upgrade previous ones. And just below that, the heart is 20. That tells you how many hits you can take before you lose this game. So let's go ahead and play. So now you see the guys running across screen. Our towers will take care of him, hopefully. Alright. And the objective is to not let them cross into here. So scroll back. You see the guys running around. And so far in the free version, what I've seen... let's see if we can get this guy real quick. Alright, take him out. Cool. So, in the free version, at least, there are 3 types of towers you can build. There is your standard blue turret, which is what I have right here. And these just, you know, they fire in a small certain area, take out enemies with a couple of hits. There's also this $20 rocket launcher, which hits a lot of enemies really well. And then this $10 tower is kind of like a freeze beam. It really just slows down enemies, especially useful if you get overwhelmed pretty easily or if there's a lot of bigger guys that come on screen. Right now we just have a lot of the little grunts showing up, so they're not really too much of a threat. Just put in another tower to strengthen the defenses. Alright, you got in there. Took him out right at the finish line, so not too bad. Okay, so now here's one of the heavier guys coming in. He's slower moving, obviously, but he does take a lot more hits than some of these basic grunts. So hopefully we can take him out before he crosses in. One guy just got in, and Blubba goes down. Some extra money for there, and let's put a tower there. So this is pretty much the duration of the game, and you just do this for a couple of levels. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, this is the free version. There's also a full version available for $3.99. And I believe the full version just gives you access to a couple more weapons. You can obviously play a couple different more maps. I assume that this is just the simple layout. There's also different layouts that you can play through. But my whole objective in doing these reviews is just show you guys some free games and tell you whether I think they're worth it or not. Alright, so we got a couple of guys in, no big deal. You can also upgrade your towers. There's a couple of different things that they do. Mostly it's just like power upgrades and range, stuff like that. Oh, we got a rocket. See if we can show you guys how he works, if anyone allows them to cross that line. You can see this tower is a little bit brighter here at the bottom. All he really does is have a little more power, a little more oomph to him. It's really the biggest thing. Alright, there goes the rocket. He's spouting off. The rocket fires kind of slow, but he does a lot more damage than these basic turrets do. And what I really should have done was put the rocket a little closer up to kind of weaken the onslaught that comes through. So yeah, like I said, this is the basic style of the game. As more waves come in, more enemies will start popping up. Right now I'm just massively failing at this, but that's okay. I'm sure when you guys play this you'll be a lot better at it than I will. Let's go ahead and put a rocket right here and see what happens. Alright, it's doing its job so far. So yeah, there's these little mechanical dogs that come in. They're very very quick, but they don't take too much damage to take out. But they usually come in waves of like 3 or 4 at a time, so it's very hard to take them all down. Okay, so the main objective is to just destroy as many enemies as you can, earn money to upgrade. It's very, very similar, I think, the way that it's laid out and the way that the gameplay goes of Pixel Junk Monsters for the PlayStation Network, in terms of you have your enemies come on in timed waves, you have different types of enemies that require different types of weapons to take out. The upgrading is done very, very simply, and it's just a very simple layout. So if you guys have played Pixel Junk Monsters, you might find this very, very similar. But again, it's your standard tower defense game. Mini games work in this very same formula. I can't remember what it was called exactly, but there was those stick figure games, and it worked exactly like this, where you just had, your base on one side, and you just kind of click and drag bombs and arrows and stuff to defeat your enemies. So there we go. We'll just, I guess, let the rest of this kind of wind down. Accumulate a lot of money here, so I can start putting up more defenses. Oh, I want to move that guy there. But overall, rating this game on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the greatest, I would have to give this a 9. It's very, very good for a free game, and my only disappointment in it is that there's only one map type for the free version. Granted, there is a version that you can purchase which gives you more types of maps, but I would have liked to have seen, maybe 1 or 2 map styles, or at the very least you can only play 1 or 2 waves of some of the different maps so you can see what there was to offer. It's a very fun game, like I said. If you're a tower defense guru, this is a must-have game. And like I said, I'd rate it 9 out of 10. On the Android market, it's getting very, very positive scores. I believe the free version has a 5 out of 5 star rating, and the purchase version, or the full retail I should say, has also a 5 out of 5 star rating. So it's very good, and the users are really liking it. So once again, this is Robo Defense free. Just search for it on the Android market, Robo Defense. And like I said, there will be 2 versions that pop up. This is the free version. If you guys don't want to pay the $4 for the retail version, this is still a very good purchase, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Robo Defense free, and stay tuned for more Android reviews. And also, if you want to see a specific game get reviewed, or an application or a widget or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment in my on the page that this is being reviewed on, and we will crank those out ASAP. And yeah, so like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and take care till next review.